All right. Hi, everybody. We're back with more Xenogears. Disc 2. Nonsense. Now, if you are curious what we've been up to, we've killed God, only not really. And now our girlfriend's been kidnapped. And, well, things aren't going great. We were crucified. Well, our giant robots were crucified. It's odd. Game's odd. I really don't have a lot else to say. But we had saved. I want to make sure I've got the correct. Tears for Fears? Oh, man, no. We're at Promised Land. So basically, the bad guys are getting everything they want currently. We don't have any more King Helms, right? Okay, so we don't get to change the party. Lame. The fleshly body of God has been recovered. The anima and the animus have all been obtained. All that is left for us to do is change into the animus and become one with the mother persona. Wait, persona? That is incorrect. What? What do you mean, Krellian? What did you just say? What are you doing? Krellian, have you gone totally insane? Oh, look, we're just gonna... What are you doing to the memory banks? Do not touch them. We cannot survive without them. You were the only ones who could have activated the key. But now that it has been activated, I no longer need you. I am having you all erased. How dare you! The only obstacle that kept me from my goals was Cain. He was the one person who had total control of the people, and thus was my greatest nemesis. But the only person who could terminate Cain was Cain himself. That's why I created a copy. Ramses acted exactly as I predicted, killing Cain. Now there is no one who can stop me, and I'm not interested in your power or authority. Did you really think you were acting of your own free will? You were all just parts of the system. created only as weapons of invasion and oppression. You are just terminal interface weapons. We can become God, and you're... God? Who said you'd be God? What impertinence! We are humans. We are created to be terminal interfaces for God. It is the same for you who were once humans. Man cannot become God. We can only entrust ourselves to God. Ridiculous going against the mother. I have not gone against her. This is the will of the other mother. You think you can eliminate us and still revive God? It can be done. Your genes were scattered in order to keep the world alive after the fall in days of destruction. Those genes live on today within the humans. The anima vessels and the recipients of their alignment, the animus, and also the persona. By combining these with my nanomachines, humans will become living beings very much the equivalent of you. Actually, they may far surpass you in becoming worthy terminal interfaces for God. So you are no longer of any use to me. Deus, the physical manifestation of God, only wants results. That means they're insignificant to him. So this is my arc plan, my Project Noah. Crowley. May all of your worries cease. Rest in peace, ancestors of mortal man. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, Krellian. Now, it's just you and I, Sophia. Hi, Faye. I was powerless. All I could do was stand by and watch as they took Ellie away from me. I am powerless. Wiseman? What are you doing there? Oh, it's you. I wasn't able to beat Graf. I didn't stand a chance against him. It was obvious from the start. It was impossible to try to defeat a monster machine like that to begin with. And Ellie, why was she so damn foolish? I implicitly told her not to come. I told her to run away. She had to have known it was a trap. Yes, you won't be able to defeat him like that. As long as you continue fighting with that kind of attitude, that is. The reason you lost and that young lady was taken was because of your pride. Weren't you depending far too much on the power of your machine? Not to mention that new id power you're now able to control. What is Graf's source of power? His machine? His technique? His experience? I do not think so. It's his feelings. His heart. His feelings are dominated by his resentment and his hatred of this world. That hatred is his source of power. Your feelings weren't focused enough to fight off Graf. That is why you could not win. Your feelings must be in the right place. That is strength. I'm not surprised you lost, seeing as you do not understand the true meaning of strength. Wiseman, that young lady, the only thing in her heart was her desire to save you all. She set aside her fear and piloted that machine. It was because she had such strong feelings that you are all still alive. That is what I think. Of course, you have been defeated. However, that doesn't mean it's over. How do you plan on responding to her feelings? It is now your turn to save her, is it not? Well, what are you going to do, Faye? I'm going to Bad start. Try again. In order to save Ellie, we began to search desperately for her whereabouts, and 2 weeks later, we found her. Using the data obtained from Raziel and his own nanomachine technology, Krellin had begun the construction of God's Ark, Merkava. Its completion was imminent. To prevent its activation and to rescue Ellie, we headed for Merkava. Hey, it's the elements. You again? Are you girls thinking of going in there too? Don't get any wrong ideas there. We are here to help our commander. Miang and Krellian have been manipulating his emotions with the sole purpose of eliminating the Emperor. We simply want to free the commander from those bonds so that he may be saved. It's neither for the sake of the world, nor for the sake of your girlfriend, Eliam. We have no intentions of fighting on the same side as you. Fine. You have your own battles to fight, and we have ours. Let's leave it at that. But if things get out of hand, you head back. We'll handle it. Huh. We'll make you eat those words. You wait and see. I have kicked your ass in every encounter. We entered inside of Merkava, and while fighting back units of weapons that self-regenerated through the use of nanomachines, we headed for the central core. And then, once again, Ramses appeared before us. Hey look, it's angel statues again. Step 1. Bart, get out. What's this way? Tunnel. Looks like the shaft somehow connects to the outside, but we don't have any time to turn back. Let's hurry ahead. Do I want the output? Losing 800 fuel seems like a lot. Are the 50% HP restores fine? I should be healing more often than if I use the wait to heal with a 90, right? I'll just buy 3 of them anyway, because I have more than enough money. Why are we in a creepy green shade? Because we're in a creepy green tunnel. Oh, I don't need any of that. Oh, wait, no, I need to go to gear equipment. Excuse me. Sure, just tons of defense. Look, now we're no longer creepy green. I believe the other way starts the boss fights, so... There's no random fights in here. So, here we go. We gotta fight Ramses again, right? I've been waiting for you, Faye. Ramses? Faye, if only you hadn't been born. We're gonna settle this now. Stop it, Ramses. What reason is there to continue fighting me? Who are you fighting for? Why do you always have a bone to pick with me? Tell me why. It was all because of you. If only you hadn't come in and destroyed my prospects in life. My life was given to me within a nanoreactor in Krellion's laboratory, to be born as a superior being, above all humans. But then... This time your body is young. The previous one got too old. And the name? Karen, but individual names have no meaning to me. So what brings you here? Is that thing inside the nanoreactor there the one? Huh? Oh, recognition code 0808191, Ramses. The Emperor has been told it's a prototype for an artificial contact. What's its status? It has entered the so-called first growth stage. From now until the binding, its growth will be several times faster than that of an ordinary human. But its psychological development will be a little difficult to control. It is a replica, so that is to be expected. It is moving. Can it hear us? Yes. It already has a will of its own. Then I have a better way. Let us dispose of it. We do not need this. We have my child. My child will be 4 this year. Your having a child is significant? Yes. I checked it out. There's no mistake. It's a contact. What's its name? My child's name is Faye. So you understand what this means. The corresponding antitype is yes. Probably already born somewhere. The final one. Then this thing is worthless. Yes, totally useless. Haha. Chase after it, boy. A love that's unattainable for you, no matter how hard you try to pursue it. Until then... Because of your existence, I was discarded. I was destined to be the representative of God, having the might of the Emperor. I was destined to be the ultimate existence, having the power to exercise absolute control over all. But I lost it all because of you. He was 4, my dude. My mother? How do you know her, Ramses? Commander, please stop this. Commander, if what you say is true, then it's even more of a reason not to fight. You were just used by Krellion and... Silence! Even you dare to censure me? I saved you from nearly becoming a test subject and now you turn on me. You are mistaken. We are only thinking of your best interests. Silence! Ultimately, only I can help myself. I am the only one that can correct this. This is the end for you. On guard, because here I come, Faye. Alright, do I need to use boosters in this? No, I don't think I do. I just need to hit him a lot. I've done enough damage. He should be dead. Okay, well, he's dead now. Man, I hope I get to go back and heal. Ah! What's this? No, we should go heal. We might be in real trouble. What is this place? This is where Carr was born and where his hatred of you was forged. Who's there? Damn. What is this? That's Ellie? Ellie! I would have liked to have been able to commend you for making it here. But your efforts were all in vain. The resurrection of Deus is imminent. Hello. Sacrificing this girl will bring about the awakening of God. What are you talking about? Why does Ellie have to be sacrificed? There's no need for you to know. For all of you, it will all end here. We might be in deep shit, team. It's you, boys. Okay. So, we don't have enough fuel to heal. We have 1 HP. Chili mango lime peeps are interesting. And we all die. Okay. So don't equip the level 90 healing thing, because it's bad. The 50s are fine. I don't know what the ether armors are actually doing for me here, because they do so much damage, so who cares? Alright, let's save again. Let's do this. I wish I could skip this sequence. We're just going to go through it as fast as possible. I'm obviously not going to read everything again. Button, 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 button. Hey, also, did we notice that Faye's mom's name is Karen? I do feel the need to point out also, like, but wouldn't you still need Ramses as the clone of Cain to kill Cain? Because Faye can't kill Cain. Friggin' weirdo. With your two-torso mech. Oh, dang it, I turned off his booster. I missed with the death blow. That's awesome. I love that for us. Alright. We're doing a lot better on health and fuel for the Miang fight now. Now we gotta get through the cutscene, the next cutscene. Okay. I've read the thing on Miang's fight as well, and how her Wave 5 Devastate, or whatever, Wave 4 Devastator is different from Ramsus's Wave 3. So there's some additional nonsense we can get up to try to keep ourselves alive. Okay. Not quite right. But I guess that's what we get. Hi, Toby. So this should do very little damage, because I didn't attack her at all. Perfect. This is going to be a long fight, team. Again, it should do 0 damage because we haven't attacked. Perfect. Okay, now we're in trouble. I don't think I can do this much damage to her fast enough. Okay. Now I should be able to hopefully kill her before she goes off. I thought I'd get another round of attacks. I got 2 rounds last time. Oh well, I suppose it... Oh, she's almost dead. Okay, she's dead. Aren't we powerful? Alright, I'm gonna take a short break. It sounds like I might need to supply some aid. We'll come back and move on from here. Alright, sorry for the long delay. Puppies had to go outside. Baby needed to get handled. Where were we? Oh, right. Miang telling us how powerful we are. Yeah, well then, let's start over from the beginning again. You think you can beat me this time? What the? I thought I defeated you? Unless you can decompose her atomic structure, you don't stand much of a chance. Normal attacks are futile against one who has the ability to regenerate, using nanomachines. Now the time has come for the Great Awakening. It is our Xenogears? Damn, what's going on? Huh? Hey, is that... our Omni... No, that's not it. Is that our Anima relics? Is it trying to detach the Anima relics from our Xenogears? God, the flashing's annoying. Deus is swallowing up our Anima relics? It seems the anima relics have fallen into the hands of the enemy. This is the true meaning of the anima relics. To attain their respective animus and return to the persona. The anima relics are really one set of parts that make up Deus, the physical manifestation of God. They regain their original powers or functions by aligning themselves with their destined partner. An Omnigear that has lost its respective anima relic is but a puppet. It becomes a mere vessel or container in which there are no contents. And this girl, too, was destined to become one with God. You see, Elium is really one of the parts of God as well. What the hell are you talking about? Put simply, you serve to help bring all the parts of God together here for me. You're a bunch of stupid fools. It's as if you're all clowns. You believe the legend of how our world and universe was created, but the Ministry and I fabricated that very myth a long time ago to suit our purposes. That's a lie. How can that be true? I think you'll find that your friends' Omnigears are all dead, too. I'm talking about your friends who split up and took a different path than you into this place. They were all parts of God that were disassembled in the past, but once again are all gathered here. Yes, it is indeed time for the resurrection of God. What was it all for? Everything that I have done up until now. Ramses? Oh, it's just you. What are you doing here, Car? What about me? My existence? What was its purpose? There was only one purpose to your existence, to eliminate Emperor Cain. Cain's will had become too much like that of humans. He was too concerned about them. He had forgotten his mission to revive God. That is why you were created. You were only made to remove our main hindrance, Cain. Then why did you toss him in the trash? But as the original living being, Cain had absolute power. To make you turn on Cain, it was necessary to focus your mind on a single point. However, being an artificial life form, you were mentally unstable. That is why we used phase existence, resentment. That is the source of your strength. And you have excelled superbly at fulfilling our expectations of you. But we no longer have any more use for you. Haven't you realized that yet? You're a piece of trash, and being the reject that you are, why don't you just leave? What was I born for? What was I living for? A pathetic excuse for a life. Why, you weren't even human. Now, what to do with a lot of you? Well, I can't just kill you all, seeing as you have served me so well. So as a reward, I'll allow you to be sacrificed too, to be assimilated into Deus along with this girl. Ramses! Good. This is how I wanted it, Car. I'm fated so as to not be able to kill myself. Now all my wishes have come true, thanks to you. Miang? Ah! Faye, sorry we're late. Our Omnigears broke down. Anyway, let's hurry up and save Ellie. Yes, I know. Hang in there, Ellie. I'm letting you down now. Hey, who's ready for a cutscene? Oh, why does she have purple hair now? Ugh! Faye, now you hang in there. She took my gun? Why did you do that, Ellie? Ellie, what happened to you? How could you? Don't tell me she's been brainwashed. It has nothing to do with brainwashing. You okay, Krellian? The majority of my body is comprised of nanomachine colony, not only for longevity, but also to unify with the mother. So don't be surprised, this much damage can be recovered rather quickly. Unify with the mother? That girl, Eliam, is our mother. Yes, I am the mother of all humans. Ellie? What are you babbling on about? Snap out of it. You're as dense as usual, but I don't blame you. So be it. I will explain to you all about it. This Deus, the one you call God, is an interplanetary invasion weapon system that was built in ancient times by humans from another planet. It was created as an automatic weapon which could act upon its own will to take control of a targeted planet. But you should have known this much from looking at the Raziel records. Anyway, during a test run, Deus became uncontrollable. It released its power and annihilated the whole planet. The creators of Deus found its immeasurable power to be too much of a threat and hence forcibly shut it down. In order to analyze the cause of the problem, its core was dismantled and placed on an interplanetary immigrant passenger ship to be transported to another planet. Becoming aware of this, the disassembled Deus resisted. It tried to take over the passenger ship that was transporting it. However, as a last line of defense against the escape of Deus, its creators unexpectedly destroyed the whole ship, sending it crashing to this planet. Deus knew that it would not be able to get away from the explosion or the imminent impact, so it detached its core from the Zohar power reactor. Zohar? Yes, Zohar. It's what drives all the gears on this planet. It is the master generator that transmits its energy to the slave generators in our gears. It's also the source of all the ether power that the inhabitants of this planet utilize. By utilizing the energy displacements caused by actualizing potential future phenomena, this Zohar modifier has the ability to produce infinite amounts of energy. The source of all of our ether power? Are you saying all of our energy comes from that one power reactor or engine? Yes, but there is more. The core that was detached from Zohar, the biological computer Kadomoni, crashed onto this primitive planet. It activated Persona, its life support plant that can generate organic material. Using this, it prepared itself a genetic-based system for the day when Deus would be resurrected. Thus, the first humans were created from there, Emperor Cain and the elders of the Gazelle Ministry. Are you saying that Emperor and them Gazelle users were people born from Deus? Do you know why the Gazelle Ministry desired the anima relics into your bodies? Well, here's the reason. Before becoming human, the bodies of the Ministry were once part of the organic elements in the core circuits that made up Deus. There were two types of organic elements. The female type was called anima, while the male types were called animus. They were also created with the added ability to become mobile weapons by merging with machinery that was suited for use as terminal interface weapons for Deus. In other words, those Omni-Gears you were using were one form of such weapons. The Ministry, which were Animus, were to become one again with their separated anima at the time of the resurrection of God. But in a war 500 years ago, they lost all their physical bodies. It was then that they decided to extract their own genetic factor from certain individuals of their human descendants who carried the appropriate sets of DNA. Also, each of them could become one with their respective anima again. Descendants? Then we're all... Yes, you humans are all descendants of Cain and the Gazelle Ministry. They were born from the Persona, gave birth, and propagated. They followed their inbuilt program to someday resurrect the heavily damaged Deus. All the people in the world were created solely to resurrect Deus. Yes, but it wasn't just to restore its old body. More than half of Deus is constructed of biological parts. Do you remember those mutated humans? – 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are all people who were destined to become replacement parts for Deus. 'Those are We humans are parts for God. Yes, almost all the people are destined to become parts for Deus. But you people gathered here are all different. You could say you escaped that destiny by existing through multiple generations. In actuality, there wasn't enough parts for Deus, but Krellian compensated for what was lacking. The reduction in the number of parts was due to humans living through multiple generations. But that deficiency in the human factor was made up for by the nanomachines created by Krellian. Not only that, are we all enjoying the lecture? I'm just curious. His nanomachines added additional functions. Deus has thus evolved into the perfect weapon. Ellie, what has happened? Why do you know all that? I am Miang, the keeper of time, the representative of our god, Deus. I was born to guide the people towards the path of the resurrection of Deus. That's ridiculous. Miang was just... You're limited in your ability to understand. Miang's factor exists within all women. The one who transcends the generations, the caretaker of humans. When the previous one dies, somewhere another Miang is awakened. It is programmed into all women's DNA to be that way. Who inherits the duty is just a matter of probability, Faye. That Miang over there and I are the same existence. We are all parts of Deus, all caretakers of humans. Let us end this discussion now. Deus has awakened. I am one of the parts that compose Deus. Hence, I must become one with it. Why did it have to be you? If Miang is a part of for Deus, why did it not happen earlier? It's still not enough for her to just have awakened. Although she may be Miang, she still isn't the true Miang. The true Miang? Let's go, Krellian. All that's left to do is to vanquish this planet's civilization and return it to how it was. Then I can complete my unification with the final fragment of Deus, the Zohar modifier, the power reactor that fell upon this planet and became our genesis, and now our apocalypse. The eradication of civilization? What is the purpose of doing that? Who knows? The creations of God will someday be a hindrance. That is why they must be eliminated. I'm just programmed to act in this way. Come. It is time for the awakening of the true mother. Please, wait, Ellie. Farewell, Faye. May you have a peaceful awakening. He won't. Ellie! Wait, Faye, do not release the system! Sight and wait. We're only endangering ourselves. Let's get out of here for now. Alright. Cut scene, cut scene. Yeah, let's save. Oh, hey, we have Satan as our main character. That's interesting. God, the interplanetary invasion weapon Deus had awakened and its arc, Merkava, was activated. Deus began to absorb, one after the other, the mutated people destined to be its parts, while the non-mutated would eventually only become a threat to it, to exterminate us and our civilization. It set into action. The planet's surface was devastated by Merkava and the weapons born from it called the Seraph Angels. You watched all of that and you have to say WTF? Interrobang? What's happening? Have you been watching what's happening? I mean, we literally just went through a 15-minute long lecture where they were explaining what was happening. And Citan is now explaining it again. I need you to be more specific with your question. While pursuing the newly awakened Deus, we chanced upon Faye, whose whereabouts had hitherto been lost, along with his gear Weltall, discovered together at the place where Merkava was originally located. We were overjoyed by Faye's return, but it was short-lived. For some unknown reason, Faye was found in a state of suspended animation. He did not regain consciousness. The people of Shavat, and we ourselves, feared a relapse of Id's power, and had no choice but to put Faye into carbonite freeze. Your Majesty, why do the people of Shavat fear Faye so much? Even if Graf and Id's power are comparable. It's not that we fear him. We fear the error we ourselves committed, and now we are simply trying to put a lid on it. The error that you yourselves committed. Shavat instigated a battle 500 years ago to gain our independence from Solaris. However, we became overcome with the lust for power, fearing the war-torn people's will would no longer be with Shavat, but with the Nissan Mother, and that the people would assemble under Sophia. The Council of Elders of Shavat back then made a deal with Solaris. A deal? Yes. At the time, Solaris, or the Gazelle Ministry to be exact, were at odds with the woman who held the real power behind the scenes. Would that happen to have been Niang? Most probably. Fearing the increasing power of the masses assembling in Nissan, the Gazelle Ministry schemed to hand over to us their antagonist, Niang, and promised a division of the rulership over the Earth's surface. But in exchange, we had to give them the rebel army that had assembled in Nissan and also their patron, Sophia. The leaders of Shavat accepted, and it was decided that Nissan would be the location of the final decisive battle with Solaris. Shavat did not participate in that battle. Thwarted by the awesome numbers of the Solarian army, and with their path of retreat cut off, the Nissan rebel army ran out of options and was destroyed. Caught up in the middle of this all was Lacan, Bart's ancestor Roni, myself, and Krellian. You were also there. Yes. Surrounded on all sides, we were prepared to die. And then the rebel force's flagship appeared with Sophia on board. She sacrificed herself so as to create a path for our retreat. Sophia's ship headed straight for the enemy's main ship on a suicide attack. I love grainy film. On this. It's great. Thanks to Sophia's sacrifice, we were able to survive. However, her death forever changed the fate of 2 men. Krellian, who followed closely under her as the leader of the Nissan Sex militia, completely lost faith after calling out to a god that would not respond. I will create God with my own hands, were the last words he uttered before he disappeared. On the con, he resented himself for not having the power to do anything while she died in front of him. So he began to search for the legendary power. Legendary power? God's resting place, Mahanan, the source of divine wisdom, Raziel, and the anima relics were created by that very wisdom. Besides these, there is one more legend. And that is Zohar? Come on, man, you literally were part of the fucking lecture. That is the same name as the Zohar modifier. Yeah. There you go. Uh-huh. Infinite energy. The source of our ether powers and the driving force of all of our gears. It would have to be one and the same thing. It is the place that contains the ultimate source of this world's power. It is said that only he who has the correct destiny would be able to discover its location. Losing all faith in humanity, Lacan sought after its power. Lacan became Graph, and the world collapsed. This tragedy happened because of the people's lust for power. I must take part of the responsibility for not having been able to stop it. And now, Faye, the one who has the same power as Graph, we just wanted to seal up that dreadful power that arose from our own sinful deeds. Graph, the man once known as Lacan, sought after the power of Zohar, the one who has the same power as Graph, Faye. I had this premonition that Faye, too, would awaken and seek out that power, and that presentiment became reality. Where am I? Who am I? This is my memory? Doc? Bart? Rico? Billy? Wiseman? Graph? Everyone, my memories. No Ellie, no Maria, no Choo Choo. No Marguerite. Ellie? Mother? So remember how I said there's a lot of Freud psychology in this? Welcome. Who are you? I'm surprised. That's pretty clever. Are you id? I misjudged you. I didn't expect you, the fake personality, would create a fourth persona. Fourth persona? He can't feel anything. He's shut up inside your ego. The pressing facts and truths you won't face. You're afraid of them, so you desire to completely shut yourself off from the outside world. And so you formed a fourth persona, a fourth Fae. The name doesn't matter. He's the one on the stage. He's the one who's in control of our body. But it is a useless form of resistance. Come with me. Wait, what are you doing? He has the key. I merely want to borrow it. I've got to go somewhere. Are you coming too? Ronnie, come on guys, eat up. You haven't been able to get this kind of food around here lately, have you? Well, this is also due to my business savvy. Renee. What's wrong, Lacan? You look kind of down. What's bothering you? Are you worried about something? It's nothing. I'm just thinking about painting Sophia. I don't know why I agreed to do her portrait. Sophia, you mean your childhood friend who's now the Holy Mother of Nisan? She's not really a childhood friend. I just made her acquaintance at the monastery near my home when I was a child. She went to the clinic there for convalescence. She was frail. So what are you worried about painting her for? She does not wish herself to become a symbol of her sect. Actually, it seems she wasn't interested in having her portrait painted at first. But when she heard I would be the painter, she turned around and agreed. That's what I don't understand. I see. Then she must like you. What are you talking about? That's how women are, right, Krellian? Hey, Krell. Huh? What's up? You're not having any? It's ready to eat. Yeah. The Holy Mother of Nisan, huh? What, are you out to offend Divine Providence or something, Lacan? Cut it out. It's not like that. What? You've got to lighten up a little. Sophia first showed me that books are the best way to calm the heart, and now I'm hooked on reading. I'm not trying to brag, but I've learned a lot of things I never knew before. Lately, I've been reading this. What is it? Something I borrowed from Melchior. It's about a form of molecular engineering, nanotechnology. I believe it's a book found in the ancient ruins of the Zeboim civilization. It's a copy of someone's research report, but it's incomplete. I think there were even more wonderful things written in it, but we'll never know now. What's wrong? You don't look so good. Lately, you've seemed melancholy almost every day. Has something happened? I don't know. I just can't paint right now. Sorry, but do you mind if we stop here for today? I see. It's not good to push yourself too hard. Why don't you rest up for a little while? I'll have Krellian take you. Oh, back to the campfire. Even so, there was a time when I did some pretty vicious things. I lashed out at random. Everyone around me feared me, even my friends. I lived a life surrounded by people who looked at me with fear in their eyes. But she was the only one who wasn't afraid of me. She would just smile. Peace of mind. She was the one who taught me what that was and how I could receive it. She taught me how to live as a human. What are you doing, Lacan? Oh, it's you, Krellian. I was thinking I'd stop painting the portrait. Why stop now? It's the circumstances. I shouldn't be painting her at a time like this. Eventually, she too must stand at the front lines, so... Is that really the problem? Lacan? Her smile, it's killing me. The more she smiles at me, the more I feel my very being becoming insignificant. Inside my heart, there's this empty existence. Other than painting, I have no worth, yet she continues to accept my presence. I feel like I'm getting smaller and smaller. I didn't have this feeling in the beginning. I just wanted to paint her one more minute, one more second longer. I wanted to keep on painting forever, but suddenly I couldn't. As the picture neared completion, the empty part of me started to manifest itself in my brush strokes. I was meant to be painting her as she really is, but this picture is my own self. My empty self is beginning to appear within there. That's why I've got to stop now. Your own self. You're just running away. You can't bear it when she smiles at you, but painting her portrait, you notice the gap between your own inner emptiness and her inner abundance. And you could not fill that gap. That's why you're quitting painting. You're refusing her. Even so, you still can't bring yourself to leave her, can you? In spite of that, why is it that she continues to smile at you? You who can't accept her feelings. You who won't accept her feelings. Tell me why. If it was me who was receiving such feelings. What's that, Krellian? You've held a grudge for fucking 500 years? You're neglecting yourself too much. Why aren't you kinder to yourself, mistress? Is this really her true expression? Yeah, to people who don't know her that well, I guess. Her smile, I don't know. The smile in this picture is somehow different from the one she usually shows us. I realize Lacan's feelings are in there, but... grudges need to be nurtured, watered, cared for, and groomed over centuries? Look, dwarf. I don't think she's ever opened herself up and shown her inner self to others like this before. You've been painting such a beautiful expression of Sophia. I just can't see the reason why you want to stop. Beautiful? Forget it. This picture, it's anything but beautiful. Lacan, you say you're empty, then why do you come along with us? What we've been doing up till now are not just acts of mercy. It's a fight for freedom. Time and again, you've been through life-threatening situations with us. A man who has nothing in his heart couldn't do that kind of thing, right? Ronnie, you're giving me too much credit. As long as you do something to keep yourself occupied, you can ignore the hollowness inside. From the beginning, my very existence itself was an emptiness. It wouldn't matter if I were to die right now. You live, you die, that's all. Pessimistic as usual, Lacan. And now you're lying. It is just that you're not good at expressing your own feelings. You're not empty. She knows that. That's why she shows only you her true smile. I don't deserve to see her true smile. She's the hope of the people, their support. There's so much more for her to do. Why would she open her heart to a mere artist like me? Bro! Hey bro, what are you doing here? What's up? The Council of Elders of Shivat has issued a decision. Tomorrow we will leave for Soylent. Soylent? That's in Solaris. Yes, and Sophia will be coming with us. That's ridiculous. The refugees are still increasing. We can't afford to have Sophia leave Nasan. And going to Soylent? That's plain foolish. It's too dangerous. What are the Elders thinking? No, it wasn't the Council's wish. It was Sophia's will. It appears that she has expressed this desire herself. What is she thinking? Originally, we talked about it being just us. Just us? Sophia! Sophia. Lacan, what are you doing? You keep back. I knew we couldn't leave Sophia in your care. I'll protect her, even if it costs me my life. Why don't you go get some rest, Krell? You haven't slept since the day before yesterday, have you? You shouldn't do that to yourself. I'm fine. It's not a problem. Look, I'll watch over here. You go to sleep. What will we do if you also fall ill? Do not forget you are the head of the Sex military forces. Okay, I suppose you're right. Ellie, I am so sorry. It was my misjudgment that did this to you. I was terrified. It was like you could see right through me. Your eyes, that look, that was me that was being reflected back in your eyes. I was looking at myself and thus painting myself. I couldn't stand it. So that's why... Oh, Ellie, what in the heavens did you find inside of me? When you wake up, I think I will ask you that. On second thought, no. No, I don't want to burden you with my concerns. Besides, I wouldn't be able to ask you. One look into your eyes and I can't say a thing. I wouldn't even be able to tell you how I feel. You are the sweetest person. Ellie! You are someone who cannot bear to see others hurt by your own actions. So you hold everything in and bear all the burden. If you get hurt in the end, you think that is fine. That's what I like about you. Stop. Don't say that. If you become just another human, everyone will... Humans aren't all that frail, you know? They don't need a symbol who is just appearances only. I believe that if you have light in your heart, you can overcome any hardship. What I have been doing is simply showing people that light exists in the hearts of everyone. I'm just a woman. And to fulfill my womanhood, I am prepared to throw away anything, even this position. I'm just playing the role of Sophia, but I am still me. I haven't changed, a cowardly, selfish crybaby. I'm still the same. Could you live a lie like that and still be happy? I don't want to. Well, Lacan, I want to live more honestly with myself, to be able to tell the man that I love that I do love him, and I don't care if I get hurt or rejected. You only have one life. I don't want to turn around later and regret not having done such things. Hi, Krellian. Peeping at the door. Fucking creeper. Do you think I'll let it end here? We are not their possessions. Sophia, what are you doing? I am ending this. You won't need to fight anymore. So, Krellian, please open your fist, and with your open hand, gently hold the people who will continue to live. Don't be foolish. We'll help you escape, so please stop. Thank you, Lacan. But, sorry, there's no other way. Ellie! People support each other to live. It's what brings us happiness. So share that happiness, and please, Lacan, live. Well, instead he's going to go on sort of a suicidal bender. Ellie. Oh my goodness, this cutscene never ends. We were sacrificed as pawns in order to protect their own authority. Sophia was... Is this the ideal world we've been searching for? What have we been doing? Heading towards Sophia's ideals? Is this our salvation? This isn't fair. Sophia was sacrificed for those bastards. Sophia said if you just have faith, the path to what you hope for will open. But look at reality. God didn't answer our prayers. Is that because we didn't have faith? Even if we didn't have faith, Sophia did. Why did she have to be sacrificed? Is God dead? Is he just not there? Maybe God never existed to begin with. Faith in God. Do not look for it on the outside, for it is something one must build from within oneself. I see. That's it. If God doesn't exist in our world, then I will create God with my own hands. Krellian? Sophia, please guide me. I will destroy all such false pretenses of love for you. We need to gather all our surviving comrades. We'll never beat them if we fight them individually, so let us create a country that can someday stand up against them. What are you going to do, Lacan? So close to finishing the painting. Ellie? No. Hi, Miang. If only you had power, you could have saved her. You want it, don't you? Unrivaled power? Don't you want to become the absolute being? But wait, that's not what I want. No, this is my very desire. Live. It's complicated. So, they represented her with Miang back there. Miang is immortal, so it's entirely possible that it was Miang then. But I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure that Faye's mom was Miang. Which is to say, the Karen that we saw in Ramses' cutscene. And Miang came after. They were just using the sprite as shorthand so that we, the audience, know that it's that entity. Her sort of spiritual energy relationship with Ellie is why Lacan is confused about her, and he of course envisions Sophia Ellie telling him no, this isn't what he wants. But here we are. Karen, were you not paying attention to the cutscene where they introduced you in the video game as Faye's mom? And also somebody who was working with Krellian and was the person who told him to flush Ramses down the toilet when he was a little fetus. So this is where Faye's being held? He deserves it. Hey, everybody. Who remembers Dan? Let me pray on his weeping face as if it were an idol. As if I would. Yeah, what is this? This is terrible. No matter what, this is going way too far. He's still alive? How could you possibly be? You're human too, aren't you? Darn. Faye. Faye. Crying? Huh? Midori, it's you. Don't scare me like that. Crying? Who's crying? You mean our friend Faye is crying? Angry, hurt. He'll wake up soon. It's calling him. What do you mean? Whoa, what the? Ah! Stop it! Faye? Dan, Midori. Run! Run away! So it got the keys to the car. Does this mean that Faye has an Oedipus complex? It means they were reading too much Freud. He broke through his carbonite encasing. Faye took his gear Weltall and went in search of Zohar. We followed Faye's trail. Eventually we arrived at the location where Zohar had fallen to Earth so very long ago. Nothing could have prepared us for what we were about to see there. Let's see. Let's go to the menu. Is this the team I want? Maybe. $4.16. When do we get the lecture that explains Kim and his Ellie? Don't worry about it. Yeah, this will be fun. It's the thing that keeps you up at night, though? Oh, that's a shame. Oh, the waveform thing? Yeah. Look, things are... What is that? This must be the place. Wait for me. This is as far as you can come. From here on is my world. You can't enter. What do you mean? You're a subordinate fake persona, that's why. A subordinate fake persona. Yes, he has part of my memories from back then. He has sealed away the very meaning of my existence. My drive, my motivation, my subconscious. Id. Because of that, I became a basic blank persona. And on top of that, I constructed a new persona based on my experience since then. That is what you are. Him? You mean father? You call him father. He who never did anything for you. It's because of his cowardly behavior. If only he had been able to protect me. If he had done that, Mother wouldn't have died. Didn't my mother die right after I was born? What really happened to my mother? Tell me, Id. You don't need to know. You'll only disappear soon, along with your basic persona, the coward. I'll rule my being through the power of the existence. Of course you don't know, but it is etched in my metapsychotic memory. Your persona is fake, so you'll never stand on the stage of consciousness. You'll never be able to take charge of the memories of our past lives. I know that dreams and hallucinations, I've seen them many times. I showed them to you on purpose. To break the seal, I chose to weaken the power of your existence. If your mental energy is weakened, I can become free to do as I wish. What? There's still things inside you which you haven't been shown yet. Huh? Someone's coming. It's probably your friends. They must have followed me. Where are you going? I came to re-establish contact with the existence, to tie together all the threads of your memories since ancient times and then cut them off. This is the fate of the contact. All is ready. It's time for the true awakening. I will eliminate all those who were full of hypocrisy from the very beginning. Wait for me, Id. You just stay here and observe. What is this? Uh-oh. Faye? This must mean this is Walter's transformed appearance? Don't worry. I'm sure it's fine that it's inside of a beating sack with an umbilicus. No imagery here, folks. Ah, the choral backing track. This is fine. Uh-oh. Look at it. With its multiple angel wings and weird giant gem eyes. Hey there, guys. Seems bad. Booster? Booster? Kick him! Yeah! Booster? Ow! Dick. Eye of Sauron. Yeah, I mean, kinda. Ow. Wiseman's here. Are you okay? Wiseman? It's already too late. Assist me, for I'm about to exterminate id. What? Zohar is Deus's core. The slave generator is an ether. It's the source of all their energy. After attaining its power, the freshly awakened id intends to annihilate this world. The contact with Zohar was meant to have been done after the unifying of Faye's true personality. Keep back! You again. You're always getting in my way. But I cannot be stopped by you. You who couldn't even protect his own wife and son. You could not even bear to show your face to your son. That's why you wear a mask. Isn't it, Khan? Son? That's right. This man is Faye's. Now, I mean my father, Khan Wong. The pyramid eye on the dollar bill's less cool brother because he's a square? Yeah. It's about to get even more weird. What happened to Faye, id? Too bad the new personality of Faye that you gave birth to, and all that work your persona did to make him one perfect, unified whole has been wasted. He'll be swallowed up by me. I won't permit it. I will destroy you first. As if you could, sissy. Mother died because of your cowardly behavior. And as a result, he ran away from that reality by entering into his memories. And now I continue my existence bearing all that hatred. You wouldn't be able to imagine what it's like. I wasn't simply working to unify Faye's personality, you know. All that you and I feel, the sadness, the hatred, even though he also experienced such things, Faye needed to be encouraged to build himself up in order to be able to comprehend all of this. Faye should be able to understand all of your feelings now. But now you want to erase the one who understands you, to kill Faye. What is it that you want? Why ask me such a thing now? My purpose is the same as his. Total destruction. That and that alone. Is this world so bad a place that there is only hatred inside of you? You're the ones who made me this way. You and that woman. Admit it. Faye, can you hear me? Please take this fistful of memories I am giving you. Become one with yourself and with me. Faye, where did the real you go? Remember, were you not going to help Ellie? Yes, this is Inside Id, a world filled with hatred and sadness. That's all that's here. Yes, now I understand, Id. Why you hate the world? Why there's nothing inside of you? Nothing? Nothing was given to you, deprived of all the happy memories, and yet it feels pleasant. It almost feels good. Now I get it. There's no need to resist. I was originally just an existence that was created as a cover to hide Id. So it'd be better to return to that place. Let's come together to wipe away everything, including ourselves. Remember, were you not going to help Ellie? Ellie? Oh, that's right, Ellie. I've got to save Ellie. What's this place? What's he done now? He only called you in here for his own sake. This is inside the shell of your basic character, the room of the coward. I'm sure you've been here many times before. I see, I remember now, in my dreams. Everything despised and unwanted he pushed onto me, while he shut himself up in his own little shell, the coward Faye. The basis for our personalities. Who are you? Ah, you're my... Hey, let's watch this together. This is my most treasured possession. Huh, by repeatedly replaying the times he was full of happiness, he lives in his own happy little world. While I'm still alive only because of what's in those leftover dregs. Here, I'll show you everything about me. Movie time! Ours was an ordinary family. A strict but reliable father, a kind and loving mother. Up till then it was complete happiness. But one day, Mother suddenly changed. She was like a totally different person. From that day on, Faye lost his home. Father was away often. He had some important work. When Father was away from home, Faye was taken to a place with mysterious machines. Inside, there were many strangely dressed people. Many types of probes were injected into Faye's body as the start to some kind of experiments. The tests caused Faye much pain. Mom, help me! What are you doing? No! No! Mother didn't come to his assistance. Young Faye had no way of resisting, but he was able to endure. Eventually, the experiments became unbearable. Many people gathered around Faye. These people had a high compatibility with the anima relics. This psychic contact with Faye was to force him to awaken. But no one could make contact with Faye. The power drawn out of Faye, regardless of his will, destroyed them all. This is unbelievable. Mother allowed this to take place? Psychic contact? What do you mean by awaken me? To awaken God, everything had to be in perfect order, with nothing lacking. Things divided in the past must become one complete whole again. Countless people died before Faye's eyes. Men, women, the old, the young, even demi-humans. Suffering, grief, fear, ecstasy, a variety of emotions and words lingered, and tumbled about Faye like broken dolls. It was a scene from hell. Yes, his mother really was taken by Miang. In front of Father, she acted normally. When Faye tried to tell Father about Mother's strange conduct in the experiments, Father's mind was taken up by his work, and he didn't really listen. What? Gnostic Christianity going on in this story? No! Anyway. He thought it was just childhood fantasies. But he didn't have to endure the pain much longer. Faye's subconscious discovered a way to escape from the trauma. He formed a separate personality to deal with the things he didn't like or couldn't bear. He removed himself from out of harm's way. My role was to have all the things he hated forced upon me the moment they arose. From the time of my division from him, I was dominated by hatred. That hatred naturally turned into destructive impulses. I wanted to destroy everything. Mother, Father, the entire world. Finally, Father noticed Mother's odd behavior, but it was already too late. I had completely separated from that coward, my original self. The puppets were broken, and Faye's heart was too... What would make Mother do such a thing? Mother repeated the experiments to study the powers she knew existed within me. Yes, that woman, Mother, was Miang. That's a lie. No, it's true. Mother was Miang. That's right, Karen had become Miang. What does that you say? It's nothing special. Miang does not have only one host body. Miang's roots are sealed in the genes of all women. Any one of them could become Miang. Any one of them could become Eve and thus be evil. It just happened to be Mother's turn. Only Ellie was special originally. No! Karen Miang noticed that Faye's memory time axis had increased 2 or 3-fold. She then became convinced that Faye was the contact. Contact? 3, 2, 1, contact. Yes, I was the contact. That's why he called out to me, and why the time had come. Stop it. Cut it out. Dad, Dad. Mom, help Dad. Hey, Mom, why aren't you helping Dad? Dad's gonna die. Graf came seeking the power that exists within me, to return to his own body. You understand now, don't you? Graf is Lacan. We, his descendants who inherited his lingering thoughts and memories from him, know only too well. Divided 500 years ago, he would become a part of us both. Lacan became Graf. He destroyed everything on the face of the earth. He then mastered how to possess the bodies of others by dwelling in their minds. He was probably unable to do that after his contact with the existence. The bodies died, but Lacan's spirit continued living by possessing others. He had come that day to return his soul, at last, to the perfect reincarnation of his physical body, the body of Faye. Father fought him, but he couldn't protect Mother or I. He pitifully fought on while coughing up his lifeblood. Graf made a mockery of Father, and Mother would not even help him when he needed her the most. As for their son, he couldn't take what was happening anymore. He gave in to his feelings and released his power, and as a result, Mother died. Mom. And he offloaded the results of his actions onto me. To avoid taking the responsibility for killing Mother, he used me as a shield. I also killed Mother. He pushed all the bad things onto me, but kept all the memories filled with happiness and Mother's love to himself. And he shut himself away with these memories inside his own little shell forever. This is the place. What you see before you is what he made. He just keeps hanging on to those memories. That's what this is. Stop it. Just stop. These scenes. Are these all there is to us? Enough already. There's nothing here. Just a world filled with deception and pain. It can't be helped. This is our world. This is everything. No, Miang killed Mother? Miang set up a bomb, but the bomb killed Miang. I was a fool. It was all my fault. I was so busy with my duties in Shavat that I didn't notice Karen had changed. I couldn't save you when you needed my help. Save me? Why bother saying such nonsense now? It's not going to change anything. The only thing you can do now is die by my hand. Ugh! Even still, I'll show you that I can save you. Dad, stop it, Id. Father has done nothing wrong. I know, this one is the real culprit. Mother and father had no choice. Miang is mother, mother is all. Now, yeah. Thanks, pass it back to me. I'm playing with mother. This is not reality. It's all lies, it's all fake, it's all a trick, all of it, all of it, all of it. No, get out. This is my room. I thought you would always be with me. Why won't you see reality? Happiness, sadness, aren't these all parts that combine to make the whole? Why won't you show him? Why don't you also show Id what you always watch? No, that's mine. I don't want to show it to the person who killed Mother. You should talk. You're the one who killed Mother. No, I didn't. You did. I did not kill her. Mother didn't care for you. Father didn't notice either. That's why you killed her. I didn't kill her. I didn't. I didn't. Knock it off. We killed Mother. It's no one's fault but ours. It's not because she became Miang or because Father didn't notice. Don't look outside for the reason. Don't blame anyone but yourself. Yes, Mother was Miang, and I know that you suffered. No one could have endured it. But you can't just push it onto it alone. We're one person. We must all become one, right, Faye? Walk on your own 2 feet. Face up to the reality that you don't want to see. Show them to Id everything you took for yourself. House is destroyed. Graf gets his ass kicked. Miang bails. She jumps in the way of the shot from Graf. Lies, that woman, this scene, all illusions he made up. My consciousness can see through this trick. I won't be swayed. I. Doing that isn't going to solve anything. Mother saved us at the last moment. That is the truth, right? The reality isn't all grim, Id. My power couldn't save anyone. It only destroyed. I thought that I could only make a connection with others through destruction. So I had to destroy it all. People, the world, even Ellie. No, that's not the case. We can save others just as our mother, despite being Miang, saved us. Our power can save people. We can save Ellie. That's a first. Mother being so warm. To me, she almost seems too warm. I put everything on a bagel. Faye, take the memories I have within me. You must know what it used to be like up until now. Know our identity, about who we are, then figure out what ought to be done. Our integration is not yet complete. Hey, it's Emperor Cain. Abel, live. Cain and Abel? Why didn't Cain kill Abel? Hey, look, it's Esmeralda. I just can't hand our child over to you. Live. So anyway, yeah, like, things are bad. Now the question is, here at the end of the world, can Faye and Ellie finally be together? Of course not. Ellie's been subsumed by Niang. Let's not be ridiculous. Create God with my own hands. God's been created by plenty of humans. Lots of different kinds. We don't need to create more. What is this place? My execution site? Why do you turn on me? I thought we were friends. Lacan, who is it? Did I cause this? What has happened to me? What have I become? Well, live. Well, Lacan, Graph, you've become the right hand of destruction? I will live. Even if I go to hell, I will live till the end of this world. And if the world does not come to an end, I will destroy it with my own hands. Me and my giant bat-winged hands. Faye. Faye. Who is it? Who's calling me? I am Har. What is this light? I reside in Zohar, in the beginning and the end, the first and the last. God? God, someone refer to me as that. From a certain point of view, it is right to view me as such, but at the same time, I am not. I am also a part of you. A part of me? I am defined by how people observe me. You are actually talking to a virtual version of me that you yourself create. I am your perception of me. I don't understand what you are talking about. Who or what are you? In one word, existence. Existence. In actuality, I do not have a physical form. I am an existence of a higher dimension, a place you cannot perceive, but in terms you understand, it is a world where everything acts as kind of waves. It is the source of this four-dimensional universe, the place where time and space is controlled, the fluctuating void, the wave existence. What does such an existence have to do with me? Long ago, a modifier or a pseudo-perpetual infinite energy engine was created. That engine was named Zohar. That reactor was created by an ancient people from another planet to attain what is considered to be the ultimate energy possible within this four-dimensional universe. Eventually, those people used that same engine to create the ultimate interplanetary invasion weapon, Deus. Zohar was used as its primary source of power. But the unexpected happened. During the connection tests of Zohar with the newly completed Deus, the engine started to examine the infinite potential phenomena requiring energy. The engine connected to this dimension to the higher dimensional space. As a result, that reactor merged or synchronized with the wave existence in that higher dimension. Me. I descended from the point of contact created by the machine through the path of Sephiroth, or the domain you are in now, and incarnated in the four-dimensional world. After I advented to the four-dimensional world, in order to stabilize myself here, I do exchange or materialize my form and enter into the modifier engine. In other words, I became bound in Zohar and the cage of fleshy existence. Since the time I was bound in Zohar, I have always wanted to return to my own dimension, and I came to a conclusion. I had to reverse the process I went through to arrive here. I must be released by the one who instilled within me a special feature of this dimension, the will. That one is you. Decided it was me? A special feature? Yes, I was given a special attribute of a human by you, the contact, when you observed me. I was given a mother's will. A mother's will? I'm sure you remember. After my descent, you had contact with the modifier engine, Zohar. Cutscene. Hey, look, it's the Zohar. So, let's see what it says here. As a contact, being but only a child, you define my existence with your desire to return to your mother. Thus, I came to prepare the mother's will. That will is Eliam. Ellie's disposition was influenced by me? Yes, my will was incarnated through a biocomputer, which was vital for Deus. After combining with me, the biocomputer evolved its functions, and that bioplant generated a central element. That is her. I was split by your contact. My physical form or flesh stayed in Zohar, while my will went into Eliam, and my power went into you. That's why I waited to unite with you. And now it is fulfilled. My only remaining desire is to break this cage of fleshy existence. In order to do that, I must become perfect by combining with Eliam, as well as my other split physical form, Deus. The only way to return to my original dimension is to destroy this physical body. In the four-dimensional world, Zohar is perfect. So, in order to destroy Zohar, I need the strength that was attributed to you. Zohar can only be destroyed by the hands of the contact. What about Ellie? If Zohar is destroyed, what will become of Ellie? Zohar and Deus are one. She is bound to the system by another's will to become one with me. In order to release her, it is necessary to destroy that very system which serves as the Deus weapon. However, having been created as a weapon, the Deus system seeks to unify itself with all of you for a different purpose than that of mine. Originally, her release should have been performed by me, the one who desires to return back to the higher dimension, but I am also bound to the system just as she is, so I am unable to participate. You are the only one who can release her from the spell. Just as Deus and I are inseparable, you and her are also inseparable. Alright, I'll destroy Deus and the Zohar modifier, and I'll save Ellie. You have experienced much loss and deprivation in your life. It is very tragic. Our contact and the resulting transference of power and will between you and I most likely played a factor in splitting your personality. I disagree. I can't blame anything or anyone besides myself. Regardless of what may have happened in the past, with the passing of time, the cause becomes more remote. It's a problem that comes from within myself that I myself must deal with. I see. You have managed to accept those tragedies, to tolerate all things, to comprehend and find where you stand in this world. If you have succeeded to do all of these things, I am sure you will succeed in what awaits you now. To liberate all of us, use the Xenogears. Destroy Zohar. Wait, there's more we need to ask you. The system is awakening. Ask her later. So anyway, things aren't weird, right? Like, this is all perfectly normal, reasonable nonsense, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. We're almost to the... Alright, here's your last chance to go do other stuff before the final dungeon. But there's one more push. Yeah, your first impulse that Ellie was Faye's mom was also right. So, that memory comes from on the ship, on the Eldridge, while it was in transit, before it crashed on the planet, there was a child on the ship that was an ancestor of Faye's. And their mom was Ellie. And now we've gone full on into the Freud. I don't know how long these cutscenes are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So anyway, here's our final robot. With its stupid head crest. Dad! Dad, are you okay? Dad, I'm sorry. This is all my fault. Faye? You've returned to your own self. You've become one. Yes, thanks to you all. If you hadn't all called out to me. Dad. Don't worry. This is good. This is, after all... Dad? You and I must become one. Huh? Graph? What's going on? I reached the limit of the body I possessed, and on that day 3 years ago, I required a body that would tide me over until your true awakening. That is why I acquired the body of your father. Regardless of your awakening, your merging in the inherited memories you had acquired, there was no way for you to know of this, since you had lost your memory at that point. At the point in which I merged with your father. Impossible. What about Wiseman? What about father? Of course they were just parts of me. I couldn't hold on to Khan totally. His ego was far stronger than I imagined. When my control weakened, he showed himself to you as Wiseman. You have awakened. This body is now useless to me. Now I must return to my original body, the reincarnation of my body that you inhabit. What's with the OMGs? Like, it'll be fine. Stop it, Dad. I hear you, Faye. I see he and I are one. I am Khan. Khan is me. He has become one with me, so you, too, should open your heart and unite with me. Then we can go on to eliminate everything. No, I can't allow you to control me. Tractor beam into the robot! Does anyone have their own flippin' body? Well, complicated. Yes and no. Protecting your master? Then so be it. I'll merge with both you and your machine then. Come, Faye, fight me. It's no use. I know you're a Lacan and that you're part of me. It doesn't change you being my father. I could never really fight you. You're so naive. Why don't you understand that your naivety is what killed Sophia? What killed your mother, Karen? I already know that. That's why I swore never to run away again. But I must rescue Ellie, so don't get in my way. Wake up. Open your eyes, Father Lacan. If that's the case, then fight me. Fight me! If Faye lives, he's going to spend the rest of his life wondering when anyone he loves is going to be taken over by something trying to kill him. Yeah, I can't. I see, then there's no choice. Since you are so unwilling to fight, I believe I'll have to use them as bait. Stop it. Don't we have the same memories? Can't you also remember that sadness you felt way back then? Why must you destroy everything? If we stop Deus, won't this all be over? You still don't understand, even after your contact with the Existence. I came to understand after my contact with the Existence that even if Deus was destroyed, as long as humans still inhabit this land, Miang, Eliam will be born time and again. Then all living things may as well perish along with Deus itself. That's the only path to freedom. The path to release us from the eternal cycles of life and tragedies of history and the spell of fate. Once I awaken Deus as a weapon, I'll obliterate all living things, then I'll use your awakened self in that machine to return everything to nothing. That's what I concluded. Miang and Eliam are not just Deus's mouthpieces. That woman is its main body. Why can't you see that? That's not true. She gave her life for me by shielding me from harm. Her eyes weren't Miang's. Mother came back at the last moment. Miang, Mother, even Ellie. We're all born humans on this planet. Deus doesn't matter. You'll see. I'll bring Ellie back. Father, no Lacan, if you won't back down, never. Then I'll have no choice. The time has come to truly become one. Hey there, buddy. True Weltall. Yeah. My dude. Your head hurts. I'm gonna be honest, True Weltall looks cooler than Xenogears. Yay! Infinite! No, we're in the white one. Ours is Xenogears. His is called True Weltall. Why don't you finish me off? If you don't get rid of me, then you cannot get what you want. It's alright, Dad. I understand. You are not Graf. You are my father. You and Graf are one. Your will and purpose never change. I knew that once we fought. But let's stop now. Our objectives should be the same. It's the same as our becoming one. We don't have to fight. What? My body? Zohar is after you. The last piece to combine with Deus' system. It seeks to unify with you, the first to have been divided from it. What? This is what Lacan wanted all along. After all, I'm an imperfect existence. It was inevitable that it would come to this, considering what had happened in the past. Lacan's imperfect secondary contact with the wave split his personality into two. Eventually his body died, but the original Lacan transmigrated, bringing the destiny of becoming contact with him. He was reborn as your present body. The remaining persona, just his desires, lived on separately, possessing the bodies of others. That is Graf. That is me. I may have inherited Lacan's will, but I'm not the same as the contact Lacan. It's impossible for me to make real contact. There would be no true melding and release. Even though our bodies may be different, I am still half of you. That fact remains. Although I'm imperfect, I can merge temporarily with Zohar, and thus may be able to buy you some time. This is the only way I can be one with you. This is all I can do. Deus' system will start to look for you again. Before then, you have to destroy the newly perfected Deus and this Zohar modifier. You're the only one that can destroy the physical barrier that encases God's body. Dad? As you said, that was Karen. Through many generations, Miang is beginning to break free from her bounds. Now that Eliam is merged with Deus, she has all of her memories back. All the memories from her original birth as the contact's complement up to her current transmigration. That includes all of the lives she has lived as Miang and her substitutes over the centuries. And of course, that includes your mother's memories too. Mother's memories? Faye, cut away all the binds on mankind. You should be able to do that now. Save her and all the other women bound with her. I'm begging you, Faye. Yeah, no, the true Weltall with the giant demon bat wings is great. So many of the giant robots in this later half of the game are bad. What's this? This pendant. Is this Sophia's or my mother's? It's nothing. I'm just talking to myself. I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused everyone. Thank you all so much. Anyway, let's get going. There's little time left now for me and for our planet. What is this place? This is where it all started. This is our genesis. Humans were born here. Long ago, Deus crash-landed on this planet in an interplanetary colony ship. In order to revive itself someday, Deus detached the Zohar modifier's core. After this core unit came down here, a single woman awoke and arose from out of it. She's the mother of all humanity. After she awoke, she used all her power to bear several beings. These would become the ancestors of the whole of humanity. These were the Emperor and the Gazelle Ministry. Finally, she gave birth to replicas of herself to be humanity's caretakers. Two selves, the human mother and the weapon, the subject and the complement. That is Ellie and Miang. I, the sole survivor from the colony ship, met Ellie, and everything started from there. The land of Genesis, Kiramoni. This is that place. Yeah, but Faye, even with your shared fate with Deus, why do you have such ancient memories? Usually, human memories cannot be passed down through the generations. Humans do not normally have the ability to compress and store memories in their introns. But Ellie and I, and Miang, are different. Due to our connection with the wave existence, that is, due to Zohar's ability to change possible phenomena, we can clearly store data in our introns. In other words, we can leave behind memories to be inherited by our descendants. Just as the wave existence is bound inside of Zohar, the information is affixed to me, so to speak, by some of the power of the wave existence. Have you ever thought about your hands? Then this is the form from when Ellie and Miang were still one being. This is the first woman of our world. Our mother. So if we destroy that Zohar thing, everything will be over, right? Yes. The source of our ether powers and the source of power for the generators that make our gears work, it all comes from the Zohar modifier engine, which can control any potential phenomena. If we destroy it, Deus and the Seraph Angels will be deactivated. And then we should also be able to free Ellie, who has become bound to the Deus weapon system known as Miang. Right, Faye? Yeah, that's what the wave existence said. But then there is the downside. It will also mean that we will no longer be able to use our gears or aether powers anymore. What are those Seraph Angels all about anyway? That odd appearance as if they lack something, as if they were neither living beings nor mere weapons. Zohar senses the human consciousness and incarnates the Seraphs. Human consciousness? Zohar itself involves the principles of uncertainty. The observer's perception of Zohar determines the entity it actually becomes. In other words, I believe that those angels are incarnations of the spirits of people, the people who have been absorbed by Deus to become parts of it. So what merit is them to gain in eliminating all of civilization? Is it some kind of hatred for those humans who have survived? Of course not. Those people who were created and assimilated as parts of Deus would not have such intentions. Try to remember what Ellie, when she became Miang, said. The creations of God will someday be a hindrance. That is why they must be eliminated. Yes, that is why Merkava is being used to begin the destruction. But Deus is not following its own programming of exterminating all of civilization. The Seraphs, which are terminal interface weapons of Deus, are using their bodies composed of nanomachines to absorb massive numbers of people regardless of whether they are dead or alive. It's not discriminating between the mutant and non-mutant people. This is highly peculiar. The fact that the people who are meant to be destroyed are being taken in as well is the opposite of what it was supposed to be doing. Maybe there aren't enough parts. That is unlikely. Aside from those bodies that were destined to be parts for it, Deus, who has already acquired the abilities of the nanomachines, can just use any material to construct its body. It is obvious it has other intentions in mind. Those intentions probably to call Deus the Mother. If God is the Mother, then those motives are coming from the Great Mother, impeding the growth of its child, enveloping it to bring the child back to the womb to become one with it. That is its motive. Such a program does not exist within its design, though. It's probably given this unique will by someone, either from Ellie, who has merged with Deus, or... Either way, it doesn't change the fact that we have to fight. Regardless of what their intentions are, the problem is how we're supposed to deal with them. Think we can do it in our current state? This secret battleship, Excalibur, will also take part in the final battle. Additionally, the military potential of all surface forces will assemble here. Even if we can put together a massive force, we still have the problem of the main armament of the Merkava. We need to know how to take that out. As long as we don't do that, Merkava's ultra-long-range cannon has the ability to vaporize any substance. On top of that, they have a barrier around their perimeter that nullifies all attacks. We've fought against the Merkava many times to try and stop its onslaught. However, we cannot even get close, hence we have had to withdraw every time. How much we want to save Ellie? If we can't get inside the Merkava, it's meaningless. To add to that, there's the problem of those Seraphs. They function as the terminal interface weapons for close defense. I can easily say that their attack power is equivalent to the Omnigear class. They even have the regenerative ability due to the nanomachines. Don't be concerned about that. I was able to obtain some data from Xenogears. You see, Xenogears has mutagenically evolved due to its contact with Zohar. Using that data, all of your new gears ought to be completed soon. Additionally, all the other weapons and armaments are being modified to implement the disassembler device. Huh? In contrast to the nano-assemblers, which create matter to repair with, the disassemblers have the ability to dismantle or destroy matter. They can even deactivate the nanomachine's restoring ability by disengaging their repair programs. This should be sufficiently effective even against Deus' Seraphs. Alright, even if we can deal with the angels, just how are we going to deal with that Merkava? We can't even get close to that thing. There is no such thing as a perfect defense. There is a way. Look over here. Merkava's main gun requires a 1.2 second interval to reload because of its tremendous output. Upon firing, although it is only sectional, there will be a portion of the barrier that will be opened. There is a 1.87 second delay before the barrier reforms in that area. If we can use this window of time to target and destroy that cannon, we're possible to close in on it. If we can get close enough, we can break through with gravitational spatial correction. Well, this is the rough idea. Unfortunately, we don't have such a long-range cannon that could acquire a target in such a brief time frame. So what you're saying is we just need to shut that annoying cannon up, right? You want to go head-on into Merkava. Now you're being reckless again. That's suicide. No, listen, we're not going to just rush in. The Yggdrasil 4 and the Excalibur are also equipped with barriers. That's what we'll use, although only for a short time. We can withstand a direct hit from Merkava's main cannon. Then we can close in and watch that part of the barrier to go down and then destroy the cannon. How long will our barrier last? About 20 or so seconds. That's all? It wouldn't matter how fast we fly. In that amount of time, we'll be without a barrier before we can get within firing range. Those numbers are valid only if the generator is at full drive, right? We only get those numbers if we sacrifice all other output and propulsion. I'm not suggesting we go with guns blazing knowing we're going to lose. We're going to physically put a lid on it, directly. We're going to crash into it. As you've said, the Yggdrasil 4 Excalibur's barrier can't sufficiently defend against Merkava's attack. At least with one generator, that is. Meaning we can defend against the Merkava with twice the amount of time, 40 seconds, if we couple the two generators together. This way we can make it to the heart of Merkava. Then what about the propulsion? Just hear me out. This is what we do. First, we transfer my Yggdrasil into heavy assault mode and load it into the Excalibur so we can couple the generators. By doing that, we can reduce the energy usage down to just supporting the hull of the ship and generating the barrier. So also let most of the energy be devoted to generating the barrier. Next, we shift the barrier to full front and focus it to a single point where their main cannon will make its strike. Now, for movement, first off, we develop a barrier by engaging Excalibur's generator to maximum power. For propulsion during that time, we'll install in the Yggdrasil those large solid rockets we got from the ruins of the mass driver. When Excalibur's barrier expires, we'll use the Yggdrasil force generator to develop a barrier. Then we'll also detach the solid rockets and shift the Excalibur into conventional flight. Using this method, we can get right in Merkava's face. After it fires, it'll be defenseless. During this time, we'll block the muzzle of Merkava's cannon with Excalibur's bow ram. Upon which we should have 0.67 seconds. With the cannon fire of Excalibur, we'll destroy the Yggdrasil Force slave generator and incapacitate Merkava along the way, and then we break through. That's what the plan is all about. The combination of the barriers of both ships, storming the Merkava, the timing of the cannon fire of the Excalibur, all of these are going to be crucial. Mess up any one of these and the consequences are going to be severe. Hence, it'll be necessary to have both crews in sync with each other. That's why I'd like to place Sig in command of the Excalibur. I have no qualms. What do you think, Queen? Will you lend us your battleship? Since there appears to be no other alternative, let's go with that. Please use it as you see fit. Rory, we're not cutting it uncomfortably close. When you calculate the arrival time and the barrier generation time, you will see what I mean. One minor mishap will put you in a situation where we could run out of barrier power before our arrival. Also, we've been devoting both generators to keeping the barriers up. Won't that leave us without perimeter defenses? We won't be able to stand a chance if we're engaged by the Seraph Angels on our way to Merkava. We'll hold them off. You can count on us. You guys just concentrate on taking out that main cannon. We're depending on you. Alrighty, everywhere else has been taken out. This is the only place that's left. This is going to be the true final battle. We set out to silence God's Ark Merkava, which was the epitome of offensive and defensive power, and then storm inside of it. We initiated the operation to destroy Zohar. And then we're doing great. Yes, that's right. Bart was using his gear to pilot the Yggdrasil plugged into the back of the mech body so that they could slam a big sword on it. Brilliant plan. Great plan. Excellent plan. Look, we blew it up. I mean, that was basically success. Look, we've killed God. That can't be. A secondary explosion? Oh no, I should have known better. What a miscalculation. The explosion was too big. Reacted with the main condenser right under the main cannon. It induced a secondary explosion. How could I have been so stupid? You mean we overdid it? Why did I not realize it sooner? This means we might have... Oh no, Ellie! Oh my gosh, Ellie! What is it this time? Hey, Satan, what more is going to happen? Something is happening in the center of Merkava. What could it be? I'm sure it's fine. I mean, nanomachines, right? Oops. At that time, the earth quaked and shook, and from the location where the Merkava crashed, a giant object appeared. It was Deus's final form. The Merkava was merely its vessel. Deus evolved through the use of Krellion's nanomachines into a planetary-scale weapon and began terraforming. It was attempting to convert this entire planet into a weapon. We retreated back to the base at the snow plain to form a new strategy. We decided to go back into Deus. Time was running out for us. Billy is hashtag relatable. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Okay. You also want to know what now? Well, what now is fairly simple. What do you sell? A whip we don't need. A whip we do need. Oh boy, people are handling this well. Oh yeah, by the way, if you don't recognize where we are, it's Shavat. Oh, what are you selling? Oh, good, good, good. Don't need anything. Fallen piece of Shavat. Oh no. No refunds. Hey look, it's the Xenogears! Isn't it so... whatever looking? Alright, we need that. Next. Oh no, I'm broke! Alright, everybody's been upgraded. Congratulations to us. Alright, we came out that door, so hey, what's in this door? You're not my dad! Lance! Hans, is that you? You're alive? Yeah, you too, but if you're here, that means that the Thames was... The Thames sank, the angels attacked. The Thames withstood the onslaught of Reapers, but was defenseless against those angels. Hardly anyone got out in time. They went down with the Thames. What? Wait a minute, what about the captain? He's okay, right? The captain said he'd watch the end of the Thames with his own eyes. You're kidding, right? The old guy died? No way. No, the captain is alive. He's the kind that never keels over. Yes, I want to play your card game. Faye? Can we remember how to play? I'm gonna lose. Oh, I lose. Yeah, this does feel like a lifetime ago, doesn't it? Alright, alright. I can do it. I can do it. I just gotta beat him once.
It's not over yet.
I don't even know that I care. I don't even know if I want this thing. Come on. Really? Wow. I got creamed.
It's not over yet.
one card!
It's not over yet.
One card. Come on, Connor, let's go, let's go. I just have to win once. I can quit anytime I like. I am losing already, I can tell.
It's not over yet.
I just need to get, like, a better hand. Let's see if Satan has better luck. What am I missing? Oh, that one. I win! The problem is Faye just has shit luck.
See? Power isn't everything, is it?
What'd I get? No, thank you. I'm good, thanks. I sure am. Goodbye. Oh, I thought... Haha! Where's Dan? Speaking of. Where does this go, Precious? Alright, we're done here. There's nothing in this room as near as I can tell. Time to leave. Cats. Move. Alright, you're annoying. Dan! In the prison, when I saw you change into a monster, I understood everything. Living inside of you, Faye, there's a monster that's not you. He's the bad one. He's to blame. So, to forgive you, or not to forgive you, well, that's not the problem. It's not like it's going to turn back things the way they were, but it's just... I don't know how to say it properly, but I'm sorry. It's alright, Dan. Enough already. I understand. It is my fault. I'm sorry I caused you so much pain. I'm just glad that I could finally make peace with you. Take care, kiddo. Hey, Midori. Because I knew that inside of the monster you were doing all you could to fight it, Faye. I knew it. Midori, I better give this back to you. it's your precious ring, right? You go over and listen to your mother, Yui, alright, Midori? Oh, and look after Dan for me, okay? Yep, we are all fine. Faye, you be careful too. I'm sure your voice will reach her too, Faye. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, well, I'm going now, so see you later. Here, I got this from Choo Choo. You can have it. I'll trade you for my ring. Haha! Finally! Did you pick up Midori's ring from her garden box at her house in the first friggin' town? Okay, well, they're having fun. Good for them. Yes, Choo Choo's still alive. Now, the more important question is, are all of the other Choo Choos still alive? We've seen one. Oh, God. Oh. I may have made a mistake. I think I have to unequip it, and I don't have another sword to replace it with. Let's see. I'm a celebrated gear weapon specialist, but lately there's been no interesting work. There are no men with enough guts to ask me to forge them a weapon to fight Deus. If you bring me a nifty sword, I can forge it into something truly amazing for you anytime, but I won't work for anyone rude enough to ask me to check a weapon while it's still equipped to their gear. Yeah, fuck. Which means I have to go get another sword for Fenrir. But I don't think this store was selling swords. So that's fun. Piss. Alright, I'll be back, I guess. I think I smell treasure over here. Oh. Hell yeah, speed shoes. Nice. Alright, well, we got a whole bunch of good equipment there. That's nice. Oh, that's the Hercules ring does. Yeah, we're gonna put... both of those on Faye. I have a reason. Alright, I believe we're almost to the point where we're done doing stuff in here, other than coming back and doing shopping later. I think we just have to talk to the queen. Oh no, that's literally just leaving. Oh, man. Oh. Missed it? Wrong button. Deus integrated Zohar and awoke, but we found out Deus is in the center of the giant structure created out of the fallen Merkava. And then we can think we've destroyed Deus, penetrated in there, and make our way to the center. That structure used to be Merkava itself, but we must assume the inside has changed significantly. We don't know what dangers await inside there, so please be very careful. Yeah, thanks, Sigurd. Let me know. Let me take care of it. I will destroy Deus, even if it costs me everything I have. Faye, are you sure about this? Bart? I know what you must be thinking now. If you destroy Deus, the proliferation of the nanomachines that are out, turning this planet into a weapon will stop. But if you end up losing Ellie, who was united with Deus for that very purpose, then what good will it be? But... that's right, Faye. She's our friend who's been through a lot with us too. I think that saving a dear friend is just as important as protecting our planet or saving the world. What better reason is there to fight? If you can't even save your friends, then how could you save the world? Don't you agree? Yeah, Sig's right. Don't you ever give up, Faye, no matter what! You're the only one who can release Ellie from Deus' spell, but we'll give you as much backup as we can, so... thanks a lot, Bart, Sigurd, I won't give up. You volunteered to fight for the young master and the rest of us, so it's our turn to fight for you and Ellie. Let's go, Faye, to gain true freedom! Yeah, okay. Shall we launch? Wait a while. Because I want to go see Marguerite real quick. Because Bart, you're cool and all, but get the fuck out of my party. Young Master, you better not die. Please promise me. Of course, I'm not going to die. Quit saying such weird stuff. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. You'll make it back. When you come back, I'm going to... well, I just thought maybe I could be closer to you, you know? Hey, whoa, quit it. Do you know what you're saying? Just kidding, young master. You're all panicked. Funny, I don't see Choo Choo anywhere. Where'd she go off to? Change party members? Yes. She's literally right here. Okay, anyway. We need to... Pick up Emeralda. That's the important part here. Save. Get back on camera. This is what I get for having my game guide on the desk over there. Tora's house. Side quest stuff. Thanks for visiting. You're looking mighty healthy. I want to help you more, but this body can't survive unless it breathes the air here. Looks like I'm just about ready to meet my maker, huh? Oh, Tora. Don't worry, I'll stop my moaning. Besides, I have a nice present for you. Where the hell is that thing? Yeah, that's worth it. Okay. That's the easiest side quest stop. That's why I just wanted to go ahead and get it over with. It doesn't require anything of me. Now, I can't remember if this is... Ah, this is Anima Relic 1, so we don't need to go back in there. Oh no, we're being attacked! Oh. I didn't do any damage, huh? Ooh, bing! Okay. So we can return to Kislev to do gear battling. Don't really need to. Now this, I believe, is the other secret, or is it on this next island? No, that's Deus. That's the final battle. And then, did they mark this one? That's Anima Relic 2. Alright. Northwest section of the large southern continent. Okay, so keep going this way. The orphanage. There it is. Hey, look, there's this weird lighthouse, guys. What's that about? This is one of the side quest locations, and we're not doing it tonight because it's almost midnight. But we will be doing it next time. Ugh. I forget how long the cutscenes are. They're quite long. Anyway. Whoo boy. So who's still lost? Who has questions that haven't been answered? You can be honest. Do that one. Apparently I ripped a page out of this book at some point. Page 175. I wonder if it was a poster. You're so very lost? Okay. What do you need help with, I guess? What's confusing you? I mean, it is reincarnation. They are not really long-lived. The only ones who were really long-lived were the Emperor Cain and the Gazelle Ministry, but they weren't immortal. They could still be killed, and that's what happened to the Gazelle Ministry and why they were in the computer sphere, because they had their brains downloaded into it when they lost their bodies. But no one is just strictly really long-lived other than those people, is my understanding. Krellian is now long-lived, but he's replaced his body with nanomachines, right? He's not technically human anymore, which is also what happened to Lacan/Graf, right? Like, he, because of his contact with the Zohar wave entity, gained the ability to sort of do what Miang does, only in a more aggressive fashion, right? Take over a person's body. But yeah, Faye and Ellie are reincarnating repeatedly as an effect of their relationship with the wave entity. Right? It needs them around to do its thing. So they keep getting reborn. Which is complicated in so many ways. Any others? I mean, there's going to be more stuff when we do the final dungeon. There's going to be more cutscenes. There's going to be more exposition. It's coming. What is Satan? He is human. Like, he's highly trained, very skilled, but for a large part of his life he was Emperor Cain of Solaris's super secret spy inside of Solaris so that he could work against the Gazelle Ministry. For the betterment of humanity. But he's just a man. Just an incredibly skilled, badass man. Is Dan dead? No, Dan's the little boy with the weird leprechaun haircut that we spoke to and had the touching forgive each other moment. Who did you think that Dan, the small child from the beginning of the game? No, we spoke to him again. He's fine. So's Midori. Both of the children are fine. How many people did the terraforming kill? A lot. But it wasn't on a continent that we had been to with the surface-dwelling civilizations that we had interacted with. Like, the terraforming has killed a lot of people in that. The making of Merkava has killed a lot of people in that. The creation of the new body of Deus has killed a lot of people. And the weapon of the terraformer and the angels that it is, the seraphs that it is creating, are going around killing people or kidnapping them and taking them back to Merkava to kill them. Integrate them. It's a lot. There's a lot going on. Whew. And with that, I'm going to call it a night. It's late. It's time for me to sleep. Take it easy, everybody. I guess back Tuesday with side quest time. We get to go in a lighthouse and explore some things and see everyone's favorite side character, Big Joe, again. All right? All right. Good talk. Later.